Hey guys, welcome to my Sunday live stream. For this Sunday, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on World of Tanks. I would like to take this opportunity to go over some stuff that you might or might not know. You're probably thinking, some of the stuff I'm going to go over, Mike, I kind of know it. Well, there's some people that is not going to know what I'm going to go over. Or some people might have questions and might not ask it. So, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to go over questions that might pop up. Okay. You've seen hundreds and thousands of people all over YouTube talk about playing World of Tanks. You've seen this thousands of times. You've heard them talk about win rates and all that stuff and gains. And I got this much damage and that much damage. Let's just say you have, for argument's sake, let's just say you have this. And you're like, oh, that's nice. Where do I start? Well, gee, you're a tier 1. Where do you start? First of all, the game has something now that you have to start. It's called like a boot camp or something like that. When I started, there was no boot camp. You picked the country. When I first started this game, you picked the country, and there was only this. I think America, Germany, USSR, France, China, and that's it. When I first started. And they gave you a tier 1. In fact, they gave you all the tier 1s of all the countries. And you can choose whatever country you want and play whatever tanks from that country you want. The catch is that you have to grind. You have to learn how to grind that tank to get the next part, to get to the next tier. It's all about learning. Tier 1 and Tier 2 is sort of a learning experience. By the time you get to Tier 3, most of the fun starts. People start learning. People start doing things. People start getting into the game. And people also start experimenting with the trees. Now, the tree is looking... This is USSR, by the way. The tree looks like it's all over the place. Let me explain. Heavy tanks all go this way. Now, the tree splits. It goes this way, which is also heavy tanks. This way, which is also heavy tanks. Heavy tanks. More heavy tanks. Okay, then it goes this way. Heavy tanks. But this tank goes straight into this tank, which is a tank destroyer. I don't know why this tank connects to this one, but it does. Now, what I did was, of course, I had to do things the hard way. I actually grinded the entire thing instead of taking the shortcut for this one. Of course, I had to get this one anyway, but of course, I had to do everything the hard way. Because I went up this tree, made a left, and went straight down. Which is the SPGs, or the artillery, I should say. I went straight down the artillery line and got my Object 261 all the way at the end. So to get the artillery, I had to go from here, make a left, go all the way down here, then make another left, go all the way down here, and finish right here. Now to get the IS-7, I started out with the number 1 and just went straight down the line all the way to tier 10. Now to get the IS-4, another one of those twists and turns. Again, start out with the tier 1, go straight up. But then you gotta hang a quick right turn. When you hit the KV4, ISM, and IS-2-2, you have to make a decision. Which tier 10 do you want to go for? Of course, you're gonna go for all three. Most people go for all three eventually. But which one are you gonna go for first? Well, before you go grinding everything like I did, as you can see, I'm a moron. I just went for all three. So before you go for all three, let me give you a little bit of advice. Look at the last tank of each tier. Look at the last tank in each tier. Player ratings are a very good way of finding out how good the tank really is. If a player's player rating, if the tank's rating is decent enough, vehicle ratings. Here we go. Now, okay, that was weird. If the tank you're looking for has a high rating, then you know for a fact that tank is pretty decent. Now, here is IS-7. Now, IS-7 currently has a pretty decent rating, I should say. Rating in 6,000s? That's actually not bad. 3 different people, 3 different ratings, all similar. So it has an average rating of 6,000. Well, the tank's rating, by the way. That's actually not that bad. So you could definitely take a look at the ratings and say, you know what, this tank has a pretty decent rating. I should go for this one first. Okay. So you start out with this. Then you have to, after you get this one, you have to get this one. Then once you get that one, you have to get the next one, which is this one. As you can see, each one is different. It's built different because it was made at a different point in time. Some were made in 1920s, some were made in 1930s, some 1940s, some as late as 1950s, which is odd in this game. You don't usually see a lot of tanks made in the 1950s in this game. Most of the tanks in this game are World War II based tanks. Only World War I based tanks are the Tier 1 tanks. Those are the Tier 1 tanks are from World War I. Alright, the Tier 5 is called the KV-1, or otherwise known as the KV. This tank you probably heard of. Probably from history books or whatever. The KV tank is probably the most common vehicle Soviet Union used, especially during the World War II. Extremely common. They would pound these things out like crazy in the factories. They'd make them and break them, make them and break them again. I have no idea how, but they did. A very, very commonplace tank during World War II. This is, I think this was from before World War I. With tank development, you gotta start someplace, and that's a good place to start. Now, in development of the KV, they started making variants. KV, KV-1S, KV-2. They also had the KV-85, which I believe is right. They had KV-122. Each of those are variants of the KV tank. All those tanks are this tank. So if there's something you don't like about this tank, anything that says KV is going to be exactly the same way. No matter what variant it is, it's still a KV tank, but they're variants of the KV tank. For example, that is a KV tank, but that's a variant. This is a KV tank, it's just a variant. KV-3. That is also a KV tank. That's a KV tank. Again, that's a variant. All the KV tanks, the only thing on the KV tanks that's the same, on every single KV tank you'll find, every variant, the only thing that stays the same is this. This always changes. This is gonna change always. Whether you have KV-2 with that really big turret, whether you have the KV-1 with this turret, KV-1S with the same turret with a longer gun, KV-85 with the fuel tanks on the back, which I never understood that. I never understood the Soviets, why they would put fuel tanks on the outside of the tank and not armored. Why would the fuel tanks be on the outside of the tank? All you have to do is hit the fuel tank and the whole tank will go up. Never understood that. I absolutely never understood that. It boggled my mind. Let's see. I believe they also had KV-1S. Now you remember the KV-1S? This is the KV-1SA. A stands for autoloader. Auto reloader is a gun that requires no loader. The loader has to grab the magazine, take it out, and replace it with another magazine filled with ammunition. It has an auto reloader. So each magazine carries ammunition in it. It's the loader's job to take the spare magazine, load it full of ammunition, and get it ready for when the gun's magazine runs out of ammunition. That's what an auto reloader does. Only one problem with the auto loader, and you probably heard on the news about Russia currently having problems with their turrets. You probably heard about the Russian tanks, how the turrets keep flying off. The reason why the Ukrainians are causing the turrets to fly off is because the Ukrainians are hitting those ammunition canisters filled with ammunition. They're having those drones aim right for the ammunition storage depots inside the tanks. And when the drones hit the ammunition depots, the whole inside of the tank explodes and it sends the turret flying off. That's why that happens. That's why you don't have an auto loader on a gun unless the tank where the ammunition is stored is triple, quadruple armored. Now this tank ammunition will be stored either here or here. And look, you have fuel tanks right here. Now, not from my perspective, from your perspective, what problem do we see here? This is an autoloader gun. The gunner and the loader are here in the turret. Okay, guys? Ammunition is stored in the back of the turret, and they load the canisters and throw the canisters into the gun. The gun fires ammunition. That's all fine and good. What happens if somebody hits one of these fuel canisters? You betcha. That's exactly what's going to happen. Of course, it doesn't happen in this game, but in real life, that's exactly what happens to this tank. Hence the reason why after the KV-1SA, you didn't really see a lot of auto reloaders on heavy tanks for that reason. This was one of the few auto reloaders they had on the old KV tanks. For example, Let's go take a look at, how about we take a look at IS-4. I own this tank. So let's take a look at this tank. I already own this tank, so I can show you guys the actual tank. Now, let's see what guns it has. I have this tank, so it's easy. Nope. No auto reload. It would, if you had, this was an auto reload, it would have like a circle with a line going through it right there. Nope. Gun loading 11 seconds, which means it takes 2 crew members to load ammunition into the gun. This is a manual reloading gun. Okay. That's out. Let's see. We have anything else? What else we got? Let's see. Anything else? Oh, here we go. This one you might like. Now, you're probably wondering why does it have 2 gun barrels? Why? Well, I'll tell you why it has 2 gun barrels. Because if you really think about it, look at the KV-1SA. From a historical perspective, the KV-1SA had an autoloader. Okay? And look at the T-90s that are currently in Ukraine. Those have autoloaders. It only takes one lucky shot in the right spot and the turret goes flying off the chassis. This was a pretty decent attempt. I don't know if this really happened or not. I would have to say this is a pretty decent attempt at enabling a tank to fire faster. I have to say this is a decent attempt at enabling a tank to fire faster and at the same time not having the tank be vulnerable to turret tossing. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, that's embarrassing. To have all your tanks' turrets flying off the chassis? That's ridiculous. I mean, you had to. Because all the ammunition had to be close to the magazines. So they had to load the magazines up and load the magazines into the gun so the gun can fire it. Instead of having a loader and a gunner, you have 2 gunners and 2 loaders. Each gunner has their own loader. So gun number 1 has their own loader. Gun number 2 has their own loader. So you have, so this is how it works. A gunner here, 2 loaders back here, ammunition stored back here, and there is a tremendous amount of armor back here. Granted, you can punch through this, but most likely, it probably won't do much because they probably have double, triple armored back here. If you're going to hit something, hit this or this. Try to hit this, this. If it goes through, Obviously, because ammunition is stored here. Wherever the ammunition is, that's going to make the tank go pop. Okay. Everybody in this game always aims for this. Do we know why? For those of you guys that don't know why, I'll explain to you why. If you aim for this, this is called a seam. And when you put two steel plates together, what do you have to do to join them? You have to weld. Now, I don't know if welding was really a commonplace in World War II. Maybe it was. Maybe welding was a commonplace. I mean, look at it. I don't see rivets. I don't see rivets. So that really must have been welded. Because all I know is this was cast. This is what's called a cast. A cast is when they take iron and they mold it into a shape. So that's only one piece. That's what this is. It's a cast. This is a porthole. The crew pops out of here. This was separate. This was made separate and inserted onto it with a hinge. Now, if you're in artillery, this is a good place to hit. If you're in artillery, that's a good place to aim for. Here is a good place to aim for. Do not aim for here. Artillery, all you're going to see is that. If you're playing artillery, you're going to see that. All the other tanks on the game, you're going to see that. Artillery, you're playing artillery, all you're going to see is that. So you have to recognize what's where on a tank. When you play a tank, try to recognize and try to figure out where everything is in your tank. The best way to do that, of course, not to have all this crap on the tank. Let's find a tank that doesn't have all this crap on it. Let's see. Do I have a tank that doesn't have all this crap on it? Okay. This is not perfect. This might work. Alright, this is a KV tank, right? A regular, normal, average, everyday KV tank. But the turret and the gun are different. Baby and tank. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. The turret is different with this tank. Now, whatever weaknesses you find in a KV tank on the undercarriage will be exactly the same as this tank. Why? This is a KV. This is a KV. This is a KV5. Get it? This and this was added to the bottom chassis. This is a machine gun. That's probably a 35mm machine gun. And this is a porthole so that the driver and no, not the gunner. That's not a gunner sight. I think the gunner sight's here at that little hole right there. But I think that might be a gunner and maybe a radio man, I think. No, that may be a driver and the radio man, I think. Yeah, I think it's the driver and the radio. No, the driver and the commander. That sounds right. Could be the driver and the commander are here. And the gunner is right here. So, obviously, the radio man, if they're not doing anything, they can jump in the machine gun if need be, God forbid. Alright, then you have how many loaders? You have 2 loaders. Okay, now that you have 2 loaders, you have 2 gunners on this tank. 2 gunners. One gunner is for this. The other gunner is for this. Then you have 2 loaders. One gun loads this, and one loader loads this little thing down here. Now, in reality, you only need one gunner and one loader, because this is not used. You can't in this game. You cannot use this, but you have to have that amount of crew, because that's what the tank calls for. But this gun is not used. You cannot use the gun in the game. You still have to have a gunner and a loader for that gun anyway. So God forbid if somebody kills the gunner for this tank, for this gun here, this gunner will move up to support this gun here and leave his post. And same thing with the loader. The only difference is with this tank, you have a backup loader and a backup gunner. That's the only useful thing about this tank. That's it. The bad part about it is, there's an open spot here. Here, well, that's cast, so I really wouldn't worry about that. But here, definitely a bad spot. These are wide open. That's not good. Trying to think. The turret looks pretty decent, I would have to say. If you really want to get really technical, you could try to pop a shot HE round in there. If you could squeeze an HE round through there, go for it. But you may be able to kill one of the 2 gunners. Now, if you're artillery, honestly, artillery, you could probably pop a shot right there, and you'll make the engine explode. Engine is right there. Artillery, aim right for there. You're good. Home free. Take it right down. It's all about looking at the tank and knowing where to aim. Where is everything? Where's the fuel? Where's the ammunition stored? Where's the gunning? Where's the crew for the gunner and loaders? Who cares about the commander? Even though the commander can take up all the positions, if you have 2 positions down and only one commander, who's going to take both their places? Only the commander can. So naturally, everything's slowed down. So the commander has to help one of them and get them patched back up. Providing you have a first aid kit. If you have a first aid kit in there, that'll come in handy. He'll be able to patch them back up and put them right back in. Let's say an artillery hits the engine, God forbid. And you have a fire. Flames coming out of the back. As long as you have a fire extinguisher, you can put the fire out. They will automatically put the fire out. But by the time they put the fire out, the tank might be too late. So you might have to give them a hand by using this fire extinguisher right here. Do not let them do it. The tank will be gone by the time they get it fixed. Okay, let's say somebody decides to blow the track, and you need to fix the track. Repair kit. Fix the track. Let's say somebody blows a fuel tank. Oh geez. 4 of them on one side? Dear Lord. Let's say somebody blows one of these 4 fuel tanks. Repair kit. Fix the fuel tank. Done. Let's say somebody launches an HE shell right down the barrel of the gun. Ow? That's going to hurt. That's also going to do some damage. But with the repair kit, you'll have it good as new. But still, that hurts. If you can get a shot like that, good luck. Okay. Here's a little trick. See this? Right there? When somebody's moving, you're never going to see this. If you can hit an HE shell right there, you'll do some serious damage. It's something you don't see that often, you know? You never see nobody ever aims for this. This is a weak spot. It's going to be a weak spot. Not all tanks have that exposed. Some tanks do. Everybody aims for this, because that is a weak spot. It all depends on what tank you have and how strong that armor is. So, but everybody in this game aims for that spot. Why? I don't know. Everybody does. Personally, there's a lot more spots than that to aim for. For example, an HE shot right here. That's the gunner slot. Actually, no, this is the driver's slot. Yeah, that's the driver. That slot right there, the driver looks out. That's the commander and the radio man's periscope. That's the gunner's periscope. And that's the loader's slot right there. Now, the loader also has a machine gun back here. And this is the main hatch that they come running out of just in case an emergency happens, which guarantee you with this tank, there will be emergencies. It is a Soviet tank. Soviet tanks are not built like tanks. Well, it's a tank, but they're not strong. Soviet tanks are throwaway machines. They've always been built like that since day one. Now, let's see. What else can we show you guys? IS. The IS series of tanks were meant to replace aging KV tanks. The KV tanks were getting very old. And they needed a replacement. You needed something with a little bit more slope than the armor. So this was the first IS, which is based off of a KV tank. So this was the first IS, which is based off of the KV tank. Only thing that's different, not the bottom chassis, the turret. Look at the turret. The turret is different. It's more rounded. It's more sloped. Not a lot. A little. That is still a KV. You can see things are starting to change. Now here is when things really start to get different. Now, the bottom chassis has finally been changed. Finally. KV is gone. This is the IS-3. This is what the IS was supposed to look like. Granted, much better. Still, this is not bad because of this tilt, but the underbelly, still weak armor. Gotta be careful. Still have to be careful. No fuel tanks along the side. Much better. Big improvement. Of course, morons put the fuel tanks right out in the open so we can see them. Of course, you can't expect the Russians to do a whole hell of a lot of engineering. They just want to pound these things out as quickly as they can, get them on the battlefield. They don't worry about engineering. They don't believe in engineering. They make the tank, they send it out to die. It dies, fine, bring another one out. They don't care. Russians never gave a crap. They just want to get the tank out there. It dies, fine, whatever. Okay. We have a medium tank called an Object 140. This is a tier 10 medium tank. This is not a heavy, it's a medium. This is the great grandson of the T-44 that Putin is now sending into Ukraine. I'm dead serious. That goddamn moron is sending this tank into Ukraine. For real? (1940 to 1944) this tank was built. Built and manufactured in the 1940s. And it's rolling on the battlefield in 2024. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this man? Is he out of his mind? I think so. They belong in a museum. They don't belong on the battlefield. Christ. Fucking morons. Swear to God. They're morons. What can I tell you guys? Drives you batty. It really does. What's going on with this now? What's going on with this now? Jeez Louise. Something's going on with my stream. I have to fix it. There we go. I had to fix it. There we go. Okay, the one thing I didn't go over yet is a tank destroyer. A tank destroyer's job is it's a tank that carries a gun that's so big the gun cannot go on a turret. It has to go on a stationary object. For example, you put a big gun, put an artillery gun on a tank. Now say you want to put an artillery gun on a turret. Now what's that turret gonna do? That turret's gonna break as soon as you turn the turret. As soon as you turn the turret's gonna break. So what they had to do was to put a bigger gun on a tank. They had to put it on a stationary tank. They had to mount it to the actual body. They had to make a cast iron shell. Meanwhile, this is all one piece cast iron. So this is not a moving turret. This is one piece cast iron. In order for this tank, in order for that gun to face toward us, the entire tank has to move in order to face us. Not the turret, the entire tank. So these things were never meant to move. You're supposed to find a spot, like in a bush or so, like a really big set of bushes. Hide in there and face the gun out, and have them just look out the ports, or maybe pop their head out of the hatch up here and see if they see anything. Somebody sees something, get back in the tank, let them know where you see them. They wiggle the gun, fire. Don't move. If they don't move, nobody's going to spot them. As soon as you move, you'll be spotted. And that has nothing to do with the game. Of course it has something to do with the game. Every time your tank moves, there's a chance you can be spotted. A very slim chance you can be spotted. That goes in real life as well. Signal is deception. Oh, that's because he's a radio man. Whoops, my bad. Keep forgetting, we don't have a radio man in a tank destroyer. The commander's a radio man. Sometimes in these old tanks, they don't have too many people in the tank. So what they do is they have the commander do the job of two people, and they have an extra person doing something else. So they have one gunner. Wait, why do they have two gunners? They only have one gun. The only thing I'm thinking of is there a machine gun anywhere? See, now, why would they need two gunners? Oh, that's a driver. Okay, so they have a gunner, a driver, and two loaders. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait a minute, why do they have two gunners? Not a gunner, that's the driver. That's the gunner. That's the driver. Okay. Okay, I'm not completely new. I'm not completely crazy. Okay, we're gonna take this tank out. Take this tank out for a quick battle. And I'm gonna show you guys how these tanks roll, how these tanks mainly work. Like I said before, these tanks do not have turrets that move. You have to move the entire tank. There's a problem with moving the entire tank. It's slow, it's cumbersome, it makes a lot of noise. And the smoke that belches out of the back, see for miles. So you try your best to find a spot, hunker down, and hope to God you don't get seen. And fire a shot and hope it hits. Now remember, you don't have a turret. Now, the way this is going to work, both teams have to attempt to capture that flag there. Enemy is coming from this angle and moving toward here, and we are coming from this angle moving toward here. I'm going to head right for the city and try to support the troops moving into the city. Not much I can do, the fact they don't have a turret, but I will try. Most tank destroyers usually find a perch in a bush and sit there. I don't like doing that. That's not my style. Most people say, well, you know what, Mike? That's what tank destroyers do. I know that's what tank destroyers do. It's not what Michael does. Michael does what he feels is the right thing to do. Whether it's stupid or not, I don't care. I will do exactly what I think is right. And that's the way, that's not necessarily the right thing to do. It's what I want to do. I want to get in there. I want to support. So I'll get in there and support. I'm not going to march up, immediately start capping the base. I'm not retarded. I'm going to support. Now here is the capture circle. I could run up and capture, but if I do that, I will draw attention to myself. So sirens will go off and everybody in the game will immediately run to try and stop me. And the fact they don't have a turret, I'll be dead in 2 seconds. Or I can stay where I am, and anybody that shows up in the capture circle, shoot them. If the thought I'm supposed to sit there and chill, again, not my style, but not the way I like to do things, but it's a thought. At least I might not have to worry about people sneaking up behind me. But then again, they could be sneaking up from over here and I don't know it. They could sneak up here and I'm dead. I'll never know it. They could come from here. I'll see them immediately, which I do. I'm going to get out of line of sight here. Let's see. He is coming from that angle. This is not good. You know, I can't see. Oh, there's somebody over there. Okay, we're good. I was gonna say I can't see. Ah, see, I spotted somebody. I spotted somebody. The fact that I spotted somebody is a miracle. Ah, oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Artillery. See what I mean? Artillery? They get you every time. See what I mean about that spot? They always aim for that spot, guys. Always. Every single time, they always aim for that same spot. And you have to go hull down. You have to make sure your hull is covered. But again, here, how do you do hull down here? You don't. The only way to go hull, the only way to cover yourself is to go out sideways, turn your turret, and I can't do that. I don't have a turret. So, herein lies my problem. Let's see how everybody else is doing. Of course, this is where I should have been. I should have been here. This is where all the tank destroyers go. They hide. Like pussies. But I don't like being a pussy and hide. That's not my style. I like playing heavy tanks for this reason. Because I'm not used to playing... This is where majority of the tank destroyers play. They hide in bushes like pussies and do nothing. And come out every once in a while and just pop their head out. Personally, to each his own. To each his own. Okay. Something is wrong. What the hell is going on? Oh, come on, don't give me this. I'm in the middle of string, you piece of shit. Fuck. Douche. God damn it. Son of a bitch. This is ridiculous. Every goddamn time this stupid thing always does this. I love it. Every goddamn time it always does this. Okay, so this is one reason why I don't like playing tank destroyers, because this is all they do. Personally, I believe in actually going in there and supporting. Heavy tanks go up there and go right for the flag. Why can't tank destroyers move in behind the heavies and support them from behind? Why can't the tank destroyers do that? Make sure you're behind the heavy tanks. Make sure you're helping the heavies. Why do I have to stay in the back like pussies? can't stand that shit. It drives me nuts. Of course, I died. That's because I'm an idiot. But that's beside the point. I mean, granted, these guys are doing absolutely jack shit, but they're still alive, so I should talk. But they're still doing Jack and his friend. So wonderful. Free tank. That's one of those freebie tanks. Don't expect much out of that tank. By the way, if you ever get a tank for free, don't expect miracles out of that tank. Any tank you get for free is not going to be that good. I'm telling you right now. I have a lot of them. And I never use them. Because they suck. All of them, they suck. All the tanks I got for free all suck. That one I did get, I sold it on its second day. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. That tank was ridiculous. Okay, he was just spotted. Now, he's doing the right thing. He's going in there. But he doesn't have, he's not supporting heavy tanks. He's moving in by himself, which is a mistake. Tank Destroyer's job is supposed to be to support the heavy tanks from far behind. Distance yourself behind the heavy. Here's a heavy tank. Here's what the Tank Destroyer is supposed to be. The Tank Destroyer's job is the Tank Destroyer is going to cover the TIE. It's going to cover the heavy tank from behind. So this way, if you got two tanks challenging the heavy, you move up and challenge the other tank and help that heavy tank. A Tank Destroyer's job is to assist the heavy tanks to do as much damage as you can to any tank that comes in front of you. Tank Destroyers should know where fuel tanks are. They should know where ammunition is stored. They should know where the slots are. If you're playing a Tank Destroyer, you should know all this stuff. If you don't know all this stuff, you're never going to work. It's never going to work. Tank Destroyers have to get whatever edge they can get. Because they have a really big gun with damage, does a lot of damage. But it ain't going to mean Jack and his friend if you don't know where to hit. Tank Destroyers, you have to know where to hit. You have to aim. I didn't aim because I was trying to find a spot I can shoot. And unfortunately, I got killed before I could find the spot. Right now, that's what he's doing. He's trying to find a good spot. It could be he's doing the job of medium tank. What he's doing right now, medium tanks usually will do. See, he can. He has a turret that moves. I don't have that. See, now we have an artillery piece. Now, even if the artillery is dead, it doesn't matter. Because we still have one more tank to find. Now, if this guy here, if he can find that tank, that missing tank, we'll be good to go. It's all on him. Because if he could find that missing tank someplace, we'll be good to go. There they are. One shot, finish him off. You're done. Now you gotta find that last guy. There he is. Game over. That's how it's done, boys and girls. That was way too close. We had 30 seconds left. Wow. Good job, guys. Nice job. That was a good job, guys. Very nice. Okay. When you see this, that means a mission is done. Okay, what are the tokens used for? I don't exactly know. Normally you'd have to go here, repair it, and then go here and reload. Pay for it. Then you have to go here, reload all your consumables, pay for it. Any of these expire, put them back out, and this tank is good to go. Normally you have to do that. I have mine set, so mine does it automatically. You can do that if you want to. It's up to you. Okay. You can do that. It's up to you. You don't have to. So okay, I want to play this tank because I really like the fact that it has cowls over the tracks. So it's harder to blow the track off. Unfortunately, it's not harder to blow the track off in the rear. So I have to be very careful of the rear. you can very easily blow the track off the rear. So okay, we're in the desert board. Desert boards provide no concealment. They provide cover through sand dunes here and there. No concealment bonuses at all. Nothing. Keep that in the back of your head. As soon as you get spotted, keep moving. Don't stop. Only concealment bonus you have are these little bushes here and there. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Now you're invisible. Then you keep moving. Unfortunately, he's going to see you because he's going to see tracks. You see, your tracks on the sand are a dead giveaway. Unfortunately, it's not really the way I really like this. I don't like this board for this reason. But it is something that does happen with this game. You have to understand your tank is going to leave tracks. And those tracks are going to show up to artillery. So right now I'm leaving a really big trail of artillery to follow me. So naturally I'm taking my time so I don't draw attention to myself. I don't want to draw attention to myself. As soon as I do, I have nothing to hide. So now, see the sand dune in front of me? I have up to my turret covered. So if I get spotted, only an artillery shot can shoot me. Unless you shoot me in the turret. That light's gonna... Yeah, the light's gonna take care of him. The light committed suicide, but he still took care of him. Okay. Spot. Sweep. Make double, triple sure. Perform sweeping maneuvers back and forth. Continuously sweep. Make sure. And 9 spotted. Game over. I like that tank. I've always liked that tank. One of my favorites. Unfortunately, it's a premium tank, so it really doesn't need grinding. It's a shame, because I really enjoy playing that tank. Okay. Check the detailed report. I earned 17,000 credits. I spent 1,200 on repairing the vehicle. Yes, it did take damage. It cost $900 in ammunition. So I made 15,426 after expenses. I fired 10 shots. Now, I dealt splash damage. Why? Because I use HE shells. I use these. I switched to these. So I dealt splash damage. Six penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. Blocked by armor, 340. So I blocked 340 damage. Let's see how much hit points I have. I'm out of curiosity. I'm very curious to see how many hit points I have. Come on, something's got to tell me how many hit points I have. Maybe here? There we go. Hit points. Where's my hit points? Survivability. 47. Ow. So, I got a grand total of 300 damage dealt to me. I blocked 307. I blocked 304 damage. If I had taken every shot, I would have been dead a long time ago. I don't have near enough survivability. I have to depend on mobility and concealment. Wow. That could have gone south real quick. That could have gone south very quick. Okay, that could have gone south very quick. It didn't. Thank God. Okay, let's try something. Let's try one of my tanks I need to work on. This tank we need to get rid of. We need to move on to the next one. This tank We need to get into this one. That's the next tank we're looking. We're looking to get into this tank next. This is next. Once this one's done, this one's gonna come right after. It's gonna need 152,000 experience. 152,000 experience. I have a grand total of 40,000 experience. So 10,000 more and I'll need 100,000 experience. I have a long way to go. A very long way to go. So this is gonna, and this tank is not new. I've had this for a long time. So grinding this took me this long to get this far. It's going to take me just as long to get farther. There's a way you can speed it up, though. See that? Now, if you have a premium account, activate this. If you're a standard account, activate this. This will boost your combat XP. This will boost your free experience and crew experience. If you're playing a premium tank, it'll transfer to free experience. Okay? Now, with this tank, we are going to do this. And this. We want to work on the XP and the crew XP for this tank. Why? This tank is not a premium tank. This tank is a regular tank. So we want to speed up the process so I don't have to play it as much. They gave this tank away for free. Tell me they're going to sell it now? That tank is not worth the money. They gave this tank away for free. Why would they sell this? I don't know, whatever. Whatever. I think they're running out of ideas. They gave that tank away absolutely free, and everybody hated it. All the noobs loved it now because they get to play tier 9s, but the tank sucks. Whenever I see one, I go, noob! Because that's the only people that own them are noobs. Noobs are buying them like crazy because they finally got their hands on a big tank. Finally. Okay, tank destroyers usually go this way, but I'm gonna go this way probably because I'm a moron. And that's what morons do. They do the wrong thing. Tank destroyers usually go this way. But being the moron I am, I'm going to go this way. Why? I have no clue. Let's just do it. Let's do it because it'll be fun. Maybe if I get lucky, I could hit something without getting hit. Hopefully. I do have one idea. You know, this might be dumb enough to work. I could try something. What if I do this? Let him up the hill, guys. I can't help you if you don't let him up the hill. Come on, let him come up the hill. Nope, they're gonna need help. Let me get my ass up there. Let me get up there and give him a hand. They're gonna need help. Where are they? Do they even exist? Oh, God in heaven! Reload now! Son of a bitch! No! Reload! Reload. Damn it. The hell? Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. I gotta get back. I'm not gonna make it. I'm trying. Come on. Move. Oh, you bastard. Damn it. Oh. I hate this. Tank destroyers don't belong up here. I know. Don't remind me. I know. Tank destroyers don't belong up here. They belong down there. Somebody had to help them. Oh my God. Oh. The heavies didn't do their job. So I had to go up there and help them. And we died. Wonderful. Wasn't the game's fault we lost. It was my fault. Actually, it wasn't my fault. The hell needed help. Nobody said willing to step up, so I jumped in. A spot needed to be filled. I ran in to fill the spot. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. Okay, let's try something different. Tier 10s we do not need to work on. Tier 9s we do. So let's work on the T10. Oh boy, I kind of like this tank. I never liked this tank. I gave up on this tank a long time ago, and I went right back to it. I don't like this tank. This tank is a pain in the butt. Between it losing its tracks, ammo rack explosions, engine explosions, no matter what I do, this tank always seems to have problems. I think it has something to do with this. I think this is a weak spot. I mean, you'd think that having sloped armor in the rear would be a good thing, but I have a funny feeling it has something to do with that. Alright, let's see, we have work on the concealment. At least concealment's not bad. Improve hardening. Okay, very good. We have our basics. Crew looks solid. Let's see. Alright, let's jump in there. Looks good. Let's put the light. Let's take this overhead light off and put the regular lights on. Okay. Like I said, I'm not the best at this game, but I do enjoy it. Do I enjoy dying? No. Do I enjoy playing this game? Yes. Am I the best? By far, not a chance. I enjoy playing this game, yes. And that's all that matters. Okay, we have no base. This is called an assault mission. Assault missions mean we have no base to cover. So everybody goes up, regardless. Everyone has to go up. No one stays behind but the Audi. Fuck, I've been made. Fuck you. Damn it, the hell. I've been spotted. Fuck you. I was hoping to hit him from behind. Thing's not good at covert operations, I'm telling you right now. Thing is not a covert operations tank. This tank sucks at covert operations. This tank really, really sucks. I don't like this tank. I never liked it. I don't know why I went back to it. I purposely sold this tank on purpose because it was annoying. Because this tank doesn't excel at anything. I tried doing covert operations with it, it don't work. I tried doing assaults with it, it don't work. I tried doing breakthroughs like it says. No, it can't do breakthroughs either. I'm like, what does it do? It's a heavy tank. You can only do 3 things, and then all 3 things it can't do. Tanks do assaults, breakthroughs, and covert operations. This tank could do neither. So what does it do? I haven't figured that out yet. I'm working on it. This tank, I think they sold this tank before, except it had a different paint job. Yeah, I think this was a Christmas tank, I think. I think they're just reselling it. Okay. This could work. Alright, now, let's jump into this one. Because that T10 is really gonna piss me off. This tank is no better, but whatever. We'll have some fun. The high tier tanks, they're not as good. The low tier Russian tanks are fun. They're a lot of fun to play. These high tier ones, they're not fun at all. They're annoying because the job they're supposed to do, they do not do them well. They don't excel at anything. Why? I don't know. They don't excel at anything. Okay, this board, you have 2 choices. Go across the field or hill. Unfortunately for us, I'm not gonna go on suicide missions across the field, so we're taking the hill. There's no such thing as suicide missions in World of Tanks. Of course, unless you're a light tank. Then light tanks are more than happy to go suicide. My keyboard is stuck. Come on. There you go. My keyboard's always getting stuck. Of course I'm spotted. Screw you. Let me see if I can try to not get spotted. Let's see. See if we can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, it's safe. 10 seconds to get unspotted. 10 seconds. It should take 10 seconds anyway. It doesn't always, but it should. So And of course I'm spotted once again. Of course, we're going to go right back behind this building. We're going to count 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Start all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And once again I'm spotted. You know what? I don't care. I'm going up. It's ridiculous. This tank, I cannot stay hidden. Shit, really? Wonderful. Oh, so you say. My team sucks. That's all I have to say. My team sucks. And you have all the mediums hiding in the forest. Wonderful. The mediums are getting gangbanged in the forest. That's where the action is, right there. I can't see it. I don't have the view range. But that's where the action's going on, right there. See it? They're all over here. And he's dead. We lost. Okay. I can't stand this tank. This tank I don't mind. That tank I don't like. I don't like that tank. It's weird. The turret is in the back of the chassis. The engine and the fuel tank is in the front. I mean, all the vulnerable shit is in the front of the tank. I don't understand. That tank is so bonkers. How and why did they make that? It makes no sense. Maybe when this round's over, we'll read up information about that tank, if there is any. I'm curious. See where their brain was at when they made that tank. Or if they chose to even use their brain when they made it. Or if it was even made, period. Hopefully it was. Hopefully they didn't. Hopefully there was only blueprints. If they didn't have a brain, they made it. So we'll see. When this round's over, we're going to go back to that tank. We're going to read up information about if they have any. Because I'm curious to see what the mentality was when they made that tank. Okay. So the flag is out here. Okay. I'm a medium. I don't mind helping. All the heavies are gonna go, all the tank destroyers are gonna go up there instead of the heavies. All the heavies are gonna go this way. God damn it. I mean, my sneezing fits. What the hell? No, a live stream, goddammit. Can't even edit that out. Oh, this is a good spot. Okay, let's read up on this. I'm curious to see what they were thinking when they made this. Think about this for a minute. Okay, guys? You have a tank, right? They're shooting at you from the front. Now, if they're shooting at you from the front, driver is here, radio man's here. Behind you, you have fuel tanks with fuel lines running to the engine here. Engine is right here, okay? In front of the engine is a radio man and the driver. The gunner and the loader are here. Wait, there is no radio man. So, the only person in the front... So this must be the driver and the commander. So where's the periscope for the commander? Right up here. Commander is right here. Commander's here. Driver's here. Engine's here. Fuel tanks on the side. Fuel line runs behind the armor to the engine here. Okay? Fuel tanks are wide out in the open. Okay? Now you're going to have the gunner here. And the loader is back here. And all the ammunition is stored back here. And of course, right back here. And of course, here's more fuel tanks. Why they have fuel tanks externally, not armored, is beyond me. But, whatever. I have a funny feeling this is tools to put the tracks back on if the tracks have fall off. That's what I think it is. And this you're supposed to use if you get stuck in mud, which I think that's what that's for. I think that's for getting out of mud. I think. And that's for getting pulled out of mud. That's a tow cable. Spare fuel, and that's a tow cable right there. This tank is very, very odd. The crew abandoned ship here and here. Here and here. Gunner, loader, driver, commander. Each one has their own hatch. They have to, because they're all of them are separate. All four of them are separated. This tank is very, very odd. I will tell you this tank is extremely odd. I never understood this tank. It plays like a garbage truck. It's horrible. I don't understand this tank at all. Let's try it in the game. Personally, there's something I don't like about this tank, and I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can see it when I don't. So, there's something about this tank I just don't like. Now, right off the bat, my veteran instinct tells me angle my armor. Immediately, angle the armor. This one I have to be very careful when I angle the armor, because angling the armor just might get me killed. Because the engine is behind the crew members, so I have to be very careful that not one shot goes into the tank, otherwise I am screwed. Of course, the exhaust is right in the middle of the tank. See it? See the exhaust coming out? Normally, the exhaust comes out the back of the tank. But nope, this one's coming out right into the tracks. Okay. We're not gonna expose that gigantic girth of a hole. We're gonna pop this out. This is the rear. This is very dangerous what I'm doing right now. I have the back wide open. Fuck. How'd you get over there? Patience, guys. Patience is a virtue. He's hoping I'm going to get impatient and not pay attention. Oh, hell no. I'm not going to get impatient. That's what happens if you have patience. Have patience. Wait. Wait. You have all the time in the world. I think that's all of them. Phenabla fungal. Oh shit. I thought I killed them all over there. I guess I didn't. Wait a minute, I killed somebody else. There were two of them? Fuck me. How was I supposed to know there was two of them? Jesus, mother of God. Wait a minute, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing all the way back here? Pussy, he's all the way back at our base. Why? Is there anybody back here? Oh, he's the base defender. Never mind. Okay. Never mind, he's a base defender. You always have to have one base defender. May as well be him. There you go. He's gonna get killed. He's gonna get his ass whooped. Watch. This is a tier 10 battle. And a tier 8 and a tier 10 battle. Good luck. Is there anybody up here? I don't think so. Dead. Now, where could this guy be? Let me see. No, he could be there. Yeah, you could be right. He could be there. But don't forget, we're not dealing with an Artie here. We're dealing with the medium tank. So this medium tank could be hiding. If he's smart, he could be hiding. Tested map? I guess I'm not. I guess I'm on the beta testing team. Because I've never seen tested map before. I must be on the beta testing team. And this is over. We're gonna go into the maps area and see if they have any beta maps for us to look at. Because it seems to me like I might be a beta tester. They might have made me a beta tester because it says tested map here. And if it didn't say that, then I'd probably wonder. Beta versions of random events are being tested on this map. Such maps can be disabled in the game settings. Battle types block. So right now they're beta testing random events on this map. Okay. So this is a beta tested map. They're testing random events on this map. Now, where are the random events? I don't know. Nice job. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. Well, the tank I said I didn't like, I did pretty good on. I still don't like it. That's beside the point. And here's another tank I don't like. And I'll go into test mode to show you why I don't like it. Let's see, where can we go? Okay, now I'm going to show you guys why I don't like this tank either. Ready? This tank has a serious problem. See that huge turret? Watch this. I'm not moving the tank. My hand is right here. All I'm going to do is move the turret. That's it. Watch. See? The turret only goes 180 degrees. After that, the tank starts moving. The turret will only go 180 degrees. That's it. Whatever's behind me, I'm screwed. This is a medium tank, guys. A medium tank. So up there is not an option. I have to go with the heavies. And naturally, I'm dead if I go with the heavies. So if I go up there, I'm done for. I need to have full rotation to go up there. I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up with this XM57. Come on. Load faster, damn it. Fucking hell. Hit the ammunition storage. Of course, I'm dead. The whole rest of the team is just fine. Typical. We won. but I'm dead. And now you know why you can't stand this fucking tank so much. All these rear turret tanks, they suck so bad. They cannot, there's no survivability at all. There's absolutely no survivability in this tank whatsoever. We have one ISU left. So where is he? Gee, was I the only person at the flag? Oh my God. I think I was. I was the only person at the flag. Damn. Took you bastards so long. Fucking hell. Took you guys so fucking long. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Took you fucking guys so long. Some help would have been nice. I made it all the way to the fucking flag. And now they finally made it here. I could have used that help. Well, we won. I can't complain. We won. Even though I died and that tank sucks, I can't blame them, so I can't blame them for the tank sucking. Now, what did I get? Progressive decal? Okay. Emblems? Okay. Alright, now, that one is done. Okay, spotted one guy. That's it. One. Big deal. I could have spotted more than one, but this thing's not fast enough. Well, now it's on them. What are you waiting for? Give him held right there. Right there, guys. What the fuck are you waiting for? An invited invitation? I love it. Parking their fat asses in one spot, not doing shit. I love this. I absolutely love this game. Do something, you fucking morons. Of course. Heavy staring right at you. Enemy team coming right at you. All you're doing is sitting there. Do you realize that an entire team is coming for that flag and all you have to do is sit there? All you're doing is sitting there? It's not like they're gonna magically pop up out of nowhere. There's nobody to spot. Nobody's gonna spot them. It's up to you guys to do that. These guys are gonna get themselves killed. Dude, get in a bush for Christ's sake. Fucking moron. Get in a fucking bush. What part of moronic idiot do these people not understand? Do these people not know how to play? Run the clock down. You didn't have that much time to go. Would have got more money on a draw. If we drawed this game out, we would have got more money. Fucking morons, I swear to God. You're gonna get games like this, guys, and trust me, they get frustrating. You're gonna curse and swear. Let it out of your system. Go right ahead. Games like that really piss me off. Forgot I had this tank. I completely forgot I had this tank. Wow. Interesting. Okay. I completely forgot I had this tank too. God damn, that fucking thing is small. It really is. That thing's like a little flea. And that's a Chinese tank. And these are all light tanks. Mind you, all of these are light tanks. All these guys are light tanks. Okay, we're going to try this tank. This is a free tank. I don't normally play free tanks. They're annoying. They're stupid. But I feel like playing this. Have a good night. I normally don't play free tanks, guys, but I figured, what the hell. So, alright, here we go. We're rolling. Okay, we're rolling. I'm using one of those giveaway tanks. I never play giveaway tanks ever. I keep them, but never play them. I figured, can't hurt. Let's play it. Have fun. Do whatever. I gotta work on light tanks, so might as well. course, I can't move. Oh my god. Oh, so I don't like free tanks. They suck. I don't like free tanks. They suck. Not the game's fault. It's a tank. The free tanks suck, guys. They really do. And there's your perfect example. That means I can't blame the game. It's the tank's fault. Chieftain prototype? Never heard of that. It looks like the Chieftain tank, but obviously it's not the Chieftain prototype. It's obvious not the Chieftain. What is this camo? Can't seem to read it. I'm trying to read the camo. Maybe it's... I don't know. Weird. I just don't know. Okay, guys. I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's about all my patience can handle. A lot of jackasses out tonight. When you're playing this game, you have to have patience. If you don't, walk away. That's it. Just walk away. Okay, guys. The next time I will have a video ready for you guys is next Friday. Okay, guys? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. If this is not during the live stream, not Sunday, during the live stream, don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you'd like to see next on Friday. Will you comment down below what you'd like to see next Friday, please? Please let me know what game you want me to cover, what subject you want me to cover. And let me know what subject you'd like me to cover next Sunday during next Sunday's live stream. Your comments are what keeps me going. Okay, guys? I need your comments. I need your feedback. If I don't get it, I'm basically riding on instinct at this point. All right, guys?